Hi there. So, if you have just entered Germany or you are intending to enter Germany in the future, in this video I want to talk about the most efficient way to enter the German system as a foreign national. Now, if you just enter Germany with a student visa or a spousal visa, or you're holding an EU passport, or whatever passport that's not from a third world country. From a third world country, you highly likely be holding a visa, and it should be a visa that allows you to work. In order for you to be a legal resident in Germany, you must have, or you should have, a type of visa that allows you to work. Because if you have a visa that does not allow you to work, then it's tricky going to going on the path to becoming a legal German resident in Germany. First and first, for anyone coming to Germany with a visitor's visa or a tourist visa, you can't just go to Rathaus and tell them you want to register, you want to do Ahmed, or basically in translation, registering your residency in Germany. That means letting the government know that you are now a German resident. You're now legally living in Germany. If you're holding a visitor's visa or tourist visa, you can't do that. But if you're holding a student visa, you can do that. If you're holding a spousal visa, you can do that. There are tens of other visa types that should allow you to do that as well. If you're here to study, you're a PhD student, or you are a skilled worker, you would likely have a visa that allow you to work. And if your visa allows you to work and allow you to live in Germany for a long period of time, you will be able to register yourself as a legal German resident. Now, you just touched down Germany, or you're intending to come to Germany in the future. First thing first you should do, or you would do, is you get an apartment. Either you rent an apartment. First thing, it will be difficult for you to get an apartment to rent if you're not already a resident in Germany. It's possible to get an apartment to rent, but it can be a little bit difficult for people that are not already living in Germany, working in Germany. Then it's a bit difficult. But some landlords will give it to you, especially the landlords that can't find people to take their apartment. But however it is, you get an apartment that allows you to register your name on the property, or it can be your relative's apartment or your friend's apartment. If they can allow you to register your name there, that's the first thing you need to do. You fill out the form. You can get this form from Rathaus, or your local council office. You go there, you get the form. You should be able to get it online as well on the website. Always use the form. Always use the form that is of the Rathaus of the town that you live. If you live in Stuttgart, don't go downloading a form from a Rathaus website from Berlin or Hamburg. Don't do that. Download a form from your local Rathaus website. You fill out the form and you let the owner of the property sign as well. The owner of the property have to sign that they are consenting to you living in their property. If the property that you're registering your name on is of a relative or of a friend, they just have to sign on it. But they as well have to get permission from the landlord. If they don't own the property, they will have to get permission from the landlord. Now, however landlord signs it, or your friend or your relative signs it, you fill out the form, you sign your part as well, you take it to your local Rathaus and you register your name. As soon as they register your name, automatically you start receiving posts from Deutsche Radio, which is TV license, and you automatically as well receive posts from Finanzamt, which is the tax the tax people, taxman. You receive a letter from them informing you of your tax number in Germany, and this tax number will always follow you. It doesn't matter if you in the future move out of Germany and live abroad for a long period of time and move back to Germany, that tax number will always follow you. And also, the next thing you should do is to register, open a bank account, right? You should open a bank account, and yeah, most times, most banks will require you to show that you have resident permit to legal right to live and work in Germany, but your work visa should be enough. Or even if you don't have yet your work visa, you can, if you don't have resident permit yet, for especially for people that are married to EU, if you're married to EU and you do your AMED or you register your name on the same address as your spouse, if you're going to open a bank account, and at this time you don't have your resident permit, although you're a legal resident in Germany, but you're still waiting for your resident permits to come from immigration or Ausländerbehörde. That's after you've applied, because first you need to register your name, which is the Amedon, and then with this Amedon certificate is what you would need, or one of the most important documents you will need to apply for your resident permit. Now, but in the meantime that you've not applied for your resident permit, you can, some banks will open a bank account for you with your tax number. You give them your tax number, they can get you up, they open up a bank account for you. You can, especially Commerzbank will do that for you. And Commerzbank is where if you open their premium bank account, you automatically get 2 credit card, comes with it with minimum deposit of minimum limit of €2,000 each on each card. Do you know what I mean? And that's if you open the premium Commerzbank premium bank account. Yeah. So, and you pay about €10 for this bank account. I think it's better than, like, compared to Sparkasse. Like you pay the same amount every month. So about €10, €11, you pay the same amount, or you don't get this benefit from as you get from Commerzbank. It comes with 2 credit cards. You can apply for 2 credit cards immediately, but it's better for you to apply for the credit card when you start working and your salary comes to the account. Then you can apply for it. But if you apply for it before, it will go through, but you can't spend the money because it looks dodgy. You can't just be expected to open a new account. How give you an access to €4,000? You can just take the money and abscond. You know what I mean? But the money, you can't spend it. It will be there. But before you start spending it, you get your salary, you get a job, get your salary to come into the Commerzbank account. Automatically, you can access this €2,000 each on each card. Yeah. So next thing, you open a bank account. The third thing, you need to get health insurance. And the earlier you get an health insurance, the better. Your health insurance start counting from the day you register your name, from the day you do Amedon. That's when your health insurance start counting. Now, if you go to some health insurance institutions like AOKA or wherever it is, some of them will tell you should, in order for you to be registered, you should go get a job, or you get a job, you can bring your work contract to them, and then they open up a health insurance for you. Or otherwise, you will have to, they open it for you and you pay from your pocket. However you decide to do it, you can go home, not do it, and go home and wait until you get a job and then go do it with your work contract. You can decide to do that. But one thing you should notice, your health insurance payments start counting from the day you do Amedon. So as soon as you do Amedon, if you know you don't want to pay from your pocket, immediately go and inform the government. Let the government know that you're not a legal resident in Germany. You can't, at the moment, you don't have a job, and the government will cover. They will pay you benefit, some stipend, and then they will also pay your health insurance. But if you don't go to the government to claim benefit, at the end of the day, when you get a job and do the process, with your work contract, go to your health insurance company and register for your health insurance, they will have to backdate your health insurance to the day you did Ahmed, which is register your name, your address in Germany. And then you'll have to pay them for the time you wasn't working, you wasn't doing anything, claiming benefit. You will have to pay them from the day you did your Ahmed, from the day you register your name to an address. You have to pay them. Now, or except you can prove to them that you have some form of international health insurance that's also acceptable in Germany, then that will fly. But if you don't have that, you will have to pay from the day you registered your name to become a resident in Germany. Now, after that, the next thing you should do is you should get other insurances like dental insurance. That's a good thing to have. You should also have rest shoot physician, which is a type of insurance that protects you in case you're being sued or you sue anyone. This your rest shoot physician will cover the legal expenses of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is the most important thing you should do. But however, whatever you decide to do, right? Whatever direction you decide to go, the most important thing you must do is to learn the language, man. If you're here as a student or you're becoming here as a student, whatever you're here for, do you know what I mean? You must learn the language, especially if you want to, if you've been living in Germany for a long time, you must learn the language. There's no other way around it. If you don't learn it, if you can't speak the language, you just become, you always be seen as, some low life. Do you know what I mean? So it's very, very, very important to learn the language. And if you can as well, when you just enter Germany, if you can, don't just jump into taking up whatever employment you get, like factory, basic jobs. You should not jump on any basic job. You should take your time and because you're new in the country, man. You have opportunity to, before you commit yourself to anything, that's not what you want to do long term. It's better for you to calm down, and if you want to learn a skill, learning a skill is a good thing. Or if you're studying, you know what I mean, you should focus on your study. But whatever you decide to do, you're studying or you're learning a skill, whatever you're doing, you must learn the language. If your first early years in Germany, you must learn, even if you're working, whatever you're doing, you're working in some factory or whatever you're doing, after work, you should register there are a lot of German schools offer evening classes for people that are working. You must do it. The more you procrastinate on it, it's highly likely you're never going to do it. So as soon from your early years and you just arrive in Germany, you must learn the language. Whatever you do, you must incorporate learning German language to whatever you're doing. And you must do that from by going to school. You see all those online, you learn online, all those are bollocks, man. Do you know what I mean? The best way is to register to a school. Every evening after work, you take your bag, you go directly from your work to school, or you go to school every day. Go to school every day. Don't do online courses and all of that. All of that are bollocks, man. Go to school, register at school, go there. You meet people as well, man. It helps you integrate. Do you know what I mean? I attended German school, and I've also done online learning as well. Look, going to a physical school, is the best way, man. That's my recommendation. I've been in Germany myself for about 10 years now, man, and I'm a German citizen. Do you know what I mean? I'm a German citizen, and it's taken me about 10 years to get here. And if I would, give you any advice, do you know what I mean? This is what my advice was. Even when I first arrived in Germany, as soon as I registered to the school, VHS, Volksschule. I registered to the school, I was going to the school. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't easy. Then I was working, I was doing some factory job at the time. I work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I go to school from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I was doing that every day, man. Every day. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't easy, but I knew that to do anything meaningful in this country, you must go to school. You must know how to speak the language. You can't be taking a friend to every business meeting you have to go to, and you find someone to translate for you because you can't speak the language. No one will take you seriously, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's good for you, man. It's from as soon as you can, you just touch down Germany. As you're integrating yourself into the system, you should start learning the language as soon as possible, man. And the next one, man, after you start learning the language, as I said, man, focus on the thing you want to do long term. Don't jump into unnecessary employment, because you see factory jobs and they're all over the place. You can always get them those type of job easily. Do you know what I mean? But you should not jump on jobs like that. You should identify before you even come to Germany. You should know what you're coming to do. If you're coming to learn a skill or whatever skill you would like to learn, or even if you don't even know what skill you're going to learn, but you know you having a skill is a good thing. Or even if you don't know, I'm telling you right now, having a skill is a good thing. If you come to Germany, if you're not going to university, you should learn a skill. No, man, they will always help you. But before you start approaching the government that you want to learn a skill, or you want to start approaching companies that you want to learn a skill, you should get the German language certificate of B1 or B2, at least B1. You get a B1, and now on your way to getting B2, now you start approaching companies that you want to do Ausbildung, which is learning a skill, which is technical school. Or you can go to the government as well. They will help you, they will put you through how to get into the industry that you're interested in. So I want to, at this point now, you've done your Amedon, you've opened a bank account, you have health insurance, you have other type of insurances as well, and Hauptpflichtversicherung, which is if where you're living, if you destroy anything in the property, the insurance will cover it. It covers flooding, it covers fire, it covers if you damage the property, the apartment where you live, this insurance will cover it. Hauptpflichtversicherung. Yeah, man, it's I've gone so far. I'm far gone on this video. If you think there's anything I'm missing out in this video, man, you can write here in the comment section. I will be more than happy to learn from it as well. Or we can carry on the chat in the comment section. And you can always email me as well. I get email from people, and for some people, I like to apologize. We have not replied to some people, and especially because some messages I can't really understand what they're trying to say. But I do my best to reply as in the best way possible that I can. Do you know what I mean? And if my response is not addressing your question specifically, you can email me again. I'm always I'm happy to reply your messages, man. So let's carry on this chat on the comment section, or as well. You can email me, shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to get back to you, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a nice one. Bye.